So basically, I kind of want to just get straight to the point of what I wanted to talk about, and that's just how I feel like for every time I do something in school, I feel like it's almost the equivalent of a public execution for whenever I get used as an example. So I guess like what I wanted to kind of explain was like, for example, I went to I think, man, what was it like the first? I think it was the second day of class. We were like introducing ourselves or whatever, and I was like, okay, whatever. And we had went in, and everyone's like blah blah blah, and next you know like, oh, so we're gonna introduce ourselves. I was like, oh no, I thought I thought that was GG, easy, way too easy, and I was like, nah, I'm done. I get really bad anxiety, so it's like I'm already having like struggling as it is, especially like how he wanted, at least the professor wanted us to sit up to the front because the class was very empty. So there was only like maybe like 4 rows of us in the whole class, and he's like, okay, I want everyone to sit in the first 3 rows. I was like, and I sat in the third, the last one, the third last one or whatever. So I did, and basically he was like, introduce yourselves, say your pronouns, your name, what major you're in, why you took this class or whatever, right? I'm like, okay, and then like what you think Chicano heritage is supposed to be. So I was like, dude, so I was like writing, we're all writing down our papers, whatever, and he had told us to go up, right? So we had went up, and I'm the first one to go. I'm like super anxious. I'm like, bro, please, please, please. And he's like, okay, you know what? We'll start off from the back. And I was like, oh no. And I was like, bro, this cannot be it. He's gonna go at least to the left. We'll start from the right, and that's where I was. Happened to be the last row, like the furthest in the back on the far right. That's where I was hiding, and I was like, no. So I'm the first one to go. I go up. I'm saying my thing, and he's like, I want you guys to read off your paper. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was just reading off my paper, and I was just again the way written down what I said, it really wouldn't have made sense. I was just kind of like scrounging up, so I kind of like put in filler words to kind of like make it make it make sense, right? Other than my name and everything, that all made sense. But at least what Chicano heritage meant to me or whatever, that was a bit worded differently. And he was like, I think I had finished, and I was like, dude, like I was so red, and I was just like very anxious, and he was like, okay, class, so let's not, let's just read off of our papers. Let's not add any extra words. And I was like, nah, dude. And I was like, oh. Well, I had to like, I had to like close my eyes and just defeat. And this girl turns around, she's like smiling and was like, "Ah." So that made me very like very sad. I think I think the kind of the same scenario. Well, not the exact. I mean, some got made an example out of in class. And that's where we were raising our hand. Oh, here, or he was like, I want you guys to say present. I'm like, bro, get this guy out of here. I'm not saying present, sir. Like, get this guy out of here. I'm gonna say I'm here, right? And again, I'm like very nervous to talk. I love talking, but just I guess it's just very situational. I guess if I feel comfortable, like how I'm comfortable here talking. But anyways, he was like, this name, this guy, and then they call my name, and I'm like, I'm just raising my hand, and I'm thinking he's like, look again. I'm like in the corner, and he's looking this way, and I'm trying to like raise my hand like over here, but I'm just like, and he's like, oh, okay. He's like, okay, guys, let's say here or present. Let's just not wave our hands. I was like, ugh. Like I just it was like, oh my god, and then like I just like I just made that face again, like, and I just like a sigh, and then somebody turned around and just smiled. I'm like, bro, please. It happened 2 times, 2 flipping times, and I think the last time that it happened recently was in my English class. Um, Again, I get really nervous to talk in class. I just don't like when people like all turn on and like you know, it's just very, I don't know. I just get nervous, I guess. And so I had waited after class, and I was like, "Oh, how did you want us to emulate, format the MLA format, I guess, if that makes sense. Like again, I haven't really done that since like my senior year of high school a couple years ago. And so I was like, did you want us to like put your first and last name? Did you want us to put your degree, or I mean your doctor last name, or is it, and so on, right? And I had asked after class because I was very nervous to ask during class, like any questions? No. And I think the next day she literally says, "Yeah, guys, don't be afraid to ask any questions. I think the other day I had a student for some reason wanted to make a secret about how to ask something, like he didn't want no one else to know." I was like, "Bro, no, what are you doing? That's not what I said." I was like, I just, it's not like I was like, I don't want no one else to, benefit off of my knowledge, so I'm gonna just, get it right for myself. Like, bro, I wanted to ask, for me in a different, my own space, right? But they were like, yeah, let's not keep it a secret, make it all secretive. I'm like, and then she's all like, she's like smiling and was like, ha ha ha. And I'm just in the background, like, bro, I knew she was talking about me. There's like no way. Like, it's like, that was me, bro. But it's like, that's not what it was. I was just nervous to ask. And I'm like, bro, whatever. They can eat my poop. And, yeah, I basically felt like, blowing my brains out in front of everyone, like, oh, okay, you guys want to make fun of me? Boom, like I was just very, damn. But anyways, yeah, I think I just wanted to make that, just a quick little rant. That's about it, really. Again, sorry if I'm like, I'm sick, dude. This weekend I was really sick. I I was defeated. I was destroyed, man. It wasn't COVID, but we got some like nasty respiratory infection, bro. It wasn't even like cold or COVID. It was something else nasty. I was like, so my lungs, well, my throat fucking hurts. It's not as bad as the last 2 3 days, bro. But I was like throwing cough drops, syrup, Tylenol, bro. It was so bad. And I was destroyed. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And that's about it, really. Slowly we'll go ahead and try to format. But see, I got MLA format stuck in my head. Huh. So what I'm trying to do is still with my YouTube channel, I guess. I know I'm talking about different things. I think that's kind of like a normal occurrence that I have in this for myself, and just I'm pretty sure for my YouTube channel in general, it's like I go all over the place. I try to talk about the main thing, and then I'll try to branch out at the last minute, But you know, um, I'm still, trying to get back into that. I know, like I've said in previous videos, and I've always mentioned it again. Oh yeah, guys, I know, I mess up, and I forget to upload, but this time, we will. Slowly, I'm trying to get into that, right? Like I'm trying to make my, so I'm trying to make my videos normal in a way where I don't get too overwhelmed with school. Um, yeah, I get really overwhelmed with school, dude. I think it's like another thing, especially what's going on in my brain and school. It's just a lot. But anyways, slowly we'll work on my room. I think it'll look very cool soon, 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 soon. I'm just trying to right now. I'm trying to fix that mirror thing. My outfit today is very lazy. I got this one single necklace because I didn't want to try. I guess, but here I'll show off the outfit for today. Yeah, I didn't want to put any like eyeliner today. I was very tired. I'm still feeling sick. I didn't really go out today other than like drop my uncle off to where he lived, and it's really about it. So yeah, I just wanted to leave it like that. If you guys watched this far, thank you. Happy Sunday if you watched this today or just the day I upload it and stuff. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one, and yeah, I'll see you. Bye.